not get left behind?
You will go down in history.
Oh, by God, I surely will. All right. The light's on. Look right there. You go up, knock on the door, and you tell him I want to see him.
Just suppose he won't open up.
No, he will. Well, hell, if he won't, you make him. What the hell do I pay you for?
Yes?
Who is it?
Good evening, Judge. It's me, Jack Burden.
Well, Jack, I'll be jiggered. Come on in. What can I do for you, Jack?
Well, I want to seek you up and can talk.
Oh, sure. Come in. You want any trouble, are you, son?
No, Jack isn't in any trouble.
I beg your pardon. I had forgotten how well Jack's needs are provided for.
Oh, yeah, Jack's taken care of. Oh, and this here's Mr. O'Shea.
I'm pleased to meet you.
Sugar Boy's my pal. Ain't nobody in the world drive a car like Sugar Boy.
And you, sir, do you wish to say something to me? I was about to retire.
Yeah, Judge. You happen to have an evening paper around here somewhere?
Perhaps I can relieve your curiosity on one point. The paper publishes my endorsement of Callahan for the Senate nomination, if that is of interest to you.
Yes, if I recollect right, back in town when we had our little talk, you seemed to think my boy Masters was all right.
I didn't make any commitment except to my conscience.
Well, what got you off Masters?
Certain features of his career came to my attention.
Somebody dug up some dirt for you.
If you choose to call it that.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's a funny thing, Judge. That come to think of it, there ain't nothing but dirt on this God's green globe except what's underwater. Yeah, that's dirt too. It's dirt to make the grass grow. A diamond. There ain't a thing in the world but a piece of dirt that got awful hot. Oh, and God Almighty picked up a handful of dirt and blew on it. And made you, me, and George Washington, and mankind blessed in faculty and apprehension. You see, Judge, it all depends on what you do with that dirt. Is that right?
That doesn't alter the fact that Masters doesn't strike me as a responsible man.
Judge, you've been sitting back in this room, and nigger boy's been single foot in here bringing you ties. And for 40 years, anytime you wanted anything, he just reached out and took it. Oh, you had a little time off from duck hunting, you might play at being a judge. You've been a judge a long time. How it feel to not be a judge anymore?
No man has ever been able to intimidate me.
Well, I haven't tried yet. And I ain't trying now. All right, so you say somebody got you some dirt on Masters, all right. Well, just suppose I was get you some dirt on Callahan. You know, your conscience will tell you to do. Tell you to withdraw your endorsement.
I have endorsed Callahan.
You suit yourself, Judge. Once this conscience business starts, there's no telling where to stop. You dig deep enough, you're liable to find dirt on anybody.
I'll thank you, sir, to get out of my house.
You sure right, Jack. The judge don't scare easy.
Get out.
Well, more in pain than wrath I will. Haul ass, boys.
Your employer is calling you, Mr. Burden.
I don't use any ear trumpet yet. I'm sorry.
I'm dining with your mother this week. Shall I tell her you still like your work?
Suit yourself, Judge. If I were you, I wouldn't go around advertising this visit to just anybody, in case you change your mind on Callahan. Somebody might figure you had stooped to a low political deal with the boss in the dark of the night.
Oh, Jack!
You just lay off me. Jack, looks like you got your work cut out for you.
Callahan?
No, the judge.
I don't reckon you'll find anything on Judge Early.
You find it.
And suppose I don't find anything before Election Day.
The hell with Election Day. I can deliver Masters, prepaid, special handling. But if it takes you 10 years, you can find it.
Suppose there isn't anything to find.
There's always something.
And you're not on the judge.
Man is conceived in sin and born in corruption. And he passeth from the stink of the deity to the stench of the shroud. There is always something. And make it stick.
Masters is dead now. That is a macro. But the boss was right, and he went straight to the Senate.
And Callahan is not dead, but he wishes he were, no doubt. For he used up all his luck a long time back. being dead was not part of it.
And Adam Stanton is dead now, who used to go fishing with Jack, and who lay on the sand in the hot sunshine with Jack and with his sister, Ann Stanton.
And Judge Irwin is dead, who leaned toward Jack among the stems of the long gray marsh grass in the gray damp wintry dawn and said, "You ought to have led that duck more, Jack. You got to lead a duck, son."
And the boss is dead, who said to Jack, "And make it stick."
Little Jackie made it stick, all right.
Gents, this here's Willie Stark from up over Mason City. Me and Willie, we was in school together.
Oh, you was in school, Alex? I didn't know that. Probably not the teacher's favorite, I'd expect.
No, I expect not, Mr. Duffy, but Willie here, now, he was a bookworm. He was a teacher's pet, wasn't he, Willie? Matter of fact, he's still the teacher's pet. He wasn't mind a school teacher.
Well, they tell me that school teachers are born with it in the same place.
God, Mr. Duffy, you are a card, you sure as heck are. Willie, ain't Mr. Duffy a card?
Oh, yes, yes, Mr. Duffy is a con.
Willie, that's Jack Burton from the Chronicle. Jack's down here trying to weasel the word out of me for some fool story he's writing. Claims I run a protection racket.
Hey, glad to meet you, Mr. Bateman.
Why, that's a nice tie, Willie.
Oh, well, thank you. My wife Lucy gave it to me for Christmas.
Get off your dogs, Willie.
Beer? All around.
Oh, none for me, thank you kindly.
I'll give him a beer.
No, thank you.
What's the matter? Too strong for you?
No, but no, thank you.
Maybe the school teacher don't let him drink nothing.
Oh, and Lucy don't favor drinking for.
You know what the little lady don't know won't hurt her.
Give him a beer.
All right.
I sells beer to them that wants it. I ain't making nobody drink it.
Well, maybe you got some orange pop for him.
I reckon I have, if he wants it.
Yes, yes, I'll have me some orange pop.
Willie here in politics. Yeah, in politics up to Mason City.
Yeah?
Yeah, up in Mason City. Willie's a county treasurer.
My God.
Yeah, County Treasurer.
My God.
Willie's down here on business. Something about a bond issue. They're gonna build a schoolhouse, and it's a bond issue.
Jack, get in your car and drive up to Mason County and find out who the hell this Stark fella is. Stark? Whatever.
Oh, yeah, he's the one in politics.
Well, he thinks he's Jesus Christ scourging the money changers out of that shin-plastered courthouse they got up there.
Yeah, he married a school teacher.
Must have gone to his head.
I know all about this. This bond issue's for building a schoolhouse. If there's any trouble, I bet it's because Lucy figures not all that money is going towards the schoolhouse.
Who the hell is Lucy?
Lucy is the school teacher, and she don't favor drinking either.
And how do you know so much about Lucy?
I just know what Willie told me.
Willie? Who the hell is Willie?
Willie's the fellow with the Christmas tie.
Huh?
He's cousin Willie from the country. He's Willie Stark, the teacher's pet. No, I met him at Slade's place a couple of months back, and he's the one who told me Lucy didn't favor drinking. I'm just guessing, of course, that Lucy doesn't favor stealing.
Well, she don't much favor Willie being county treasurer either. She's the one putting him up to what he's been doing. Doesn't she know how they run things up there in Mason County?
Well, they run them up there just like they run them down here.
Yeah, well, you get up there and you see about that schoolhouse.
Yeah.
I seen Sim's son is done built himself a new barn.
Some folks think they is made of money.
Yeah.
I hear tell there's gonna be a new schoolhouse around here.
Yeah.
You done come a piece.
That's right, Sheriff.
What you come for?
Just see what's going on about this schoolhouse.
You come a piece to stick your nose in somebody else's business.
I know, but my boss on the paper can't see it that
It
way.
ain't in his business either.
No, but now that I've come all that piece, what's the ruckus about?
It ain't any of my business, son. And I'm the sheriff.
Well, Sheriff, whose business is it?
Them as is tending to it. If folks would stop messing and let them.
Who is that?
Commissioners. The county commissioners, the voters of Mason County, done elected to tend to their business and not take no button in from nobody.
Yeah, sure, the commissioner, but who are they?
Boy, constable ought to come lock you up for vagrancy.
Suits me fine, but the Chronicle will just send up another boy, and he'd get us all locked up. And it might get in the papers. Now, who are the commissioners? Or maybe they're hiding out.
One of them is sitting right over here.
You a commissioner?
Yeah,
He's a head man.
You the chairman?
yeah.
Now tell me your name.
I ain't not mistaken. It's Dolph Pillsbury.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Pillsbury. Mr. Pillsbury, no doubt you're interested in having the truth of this schoolhouse situation made public.
Ain't that a situation?
And maybe there ain't any situation, but there's been a right smart racket.
Ain't in a situation. Bald Meats takes a bid what's been offered, J.H. Moore's bid, the fellow's name.
There must have been some other bids. Was this fellow Moore's bid the low bid?
Not exactly.
You mean it was not the low bid?
Well, if you want to put it that way.
All right, let's put it that way.
Look, here ain't nothing done but legal. Ain't nobody can tell the bald what bid to take. Hell, anybody can come in here and put in a pissant bid. That don't mean the bald has to take it. No, sirree. The bald thinks the fella can do the work right.
Who was it put the little pissant bid in?
Them, Jeffers Constructions.
What's wrong with this Jeffers outfit?
The bald thinks the fella can do the work right. And it ain't nobody's business.
Let's just try this on for size, why don't we? Mr. Dolph Pillsbury, chairman of the Board of County Commissioners of Mason County, stated that the bid of J.H. Moore for the construction of the school was accepted, even though it was not the low bid. Because the board wanted somebody, quote, who could do the work right, end quote. The low bid was rejected, Mr. Pillsbury stated.
I didn't state nothing. You scribbled something down in your little book and you claim I stated it?
Tell the bugger to get out of here.
I didn't state nothing. And you get out.
Sure. But could you kindly tell me what Mr. Stark is?
Stark! I know it was that Stark.
What's wrong with Stark?
Jesus, gone.
He gets biggity. He gets in the courthouse and he gets biggity.
He nigger lover. Wants him to take a low bid, bring a hassle of niggers in here.
Putting white folks out of work. You want to work alongside a nigger? Especially him, a strange nigger?
With white folks need work.
Yeah. How much could they save if they take it a little bit?
Couldn't save enough to send a hassle of niggers in here.
Maybe this boy is a nigger lover too.
Oh, no, but now that you mentioned this subject, what does Negro loving got to do with it?
Well, that's it. Jeffers Construction.
You, Dolph! Why don't you shut up? Tell him to get out.
Get out!
Sure, Dolph. Gentlemen? Hello.
Howdy. Hey! Ain't you that newspaper man I met at Slade's place a couple of months back?
Yeah, that's me. Good for you.
Yeah. Oh, and this here's my wife, Lucy. This is my little boy, Tommy.
Hi.
What can we do for you?
Oh, well, I'm trying to find out about this bond issue for the schoolhouse.
Well, why do you want to know?
My boss wants me to find out. Why he wants to find out, only God knows. Maybe because it's news.
I reckon it's news, all right. Oh, please.
So why don't you just tell me about it?
All right. Well, the Jeffers Construction Company said they could build the schoolhouse for only $142,000. But they gave the job to Moore, even though his bid was a lot higher. And when I complained, Pillsbury started some niggers.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, well, that was only some folks would overlook the fact that the bricks that Moore will be using come from Dolph Pillsbury's brother-in-law.
So that's why it's Kevin Poplar.
Yeah, he said I'm up for re-election for county treasurer. But right now, my chances don't look so good. Of course, I got the job in the first place because Pillsbury's a second-hand relative. Seeing as how he just about runs this county, I reckon I'm on my way out. And Lucy is already out.
Oh, but I don't care if I am. I don't care if they won't let me teach anymore. I taught for 6 years. No one ever said that I wasn't all right. And now they write this letter. They say there are complaints about
me like I was dirt.
Honey, you don't want to get mixed up with those people anyway. Not after you found out they're dishonest and crooked.
Oh, they tried to run it over me like I was dirt.
And they would still be crooked, even if they hadn't tried to run it over you. Honey, they'd still be crooked, wouldn't they?
Yes, they'd be crooks, all right.
Honey, Willie, sit down. You make me nervous. You're just like little Tom. Can't ever just keep still.
I'm still gonna run. They can't keep me from running.
So Willie Stark was defeated in his bid for a second term. Jack, we're going to run that Hicks picture on the front page.
They beat me fair and square, and the good people of Mason County have built the schoolhouse their way. So I'm going to go back to my pappy's farm and milk the cows and study me some more law, for it looks like I may need it. But I have kept my faith in the people of Mason County, and time will bring all things to light.
There was a fire drill up at that new schoolhouse in Mason County, and the fire escape pulled loose, and the whole thing fell away, spraying kids in all directions.
The whole town's turned out for the funeral. Jammed up on the fire escape. They'd all
Them bricks was rotten. The brickwork gave and the whole darn thing came loose.
That schoolhouse is only 2 years old. And now 3 of our young people are dead.
Them bricks was no damn good.
Well, that's him. Well, that's Willie Stark. Oh, God, I'm being punished. I'm being punished for voting against an honest man.
Mr. Stark,
Mr. Duffy.
you know what people are saying. They're saying that God himself had a hand in this schoolhouse business. That God himself stepped in on Willie Stark's side. He does work in mysterious ways sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes he has somebody else do the work for him, huh? Sometimes a fat man in a blue suit to do his will.
Well, I've worked for worse employers, I admit it.
What do you want, Mr. Duffy?
I want to work for you, Mr. Stark, and you want to work for the people, unless I've been misinformed.
Well, people vote for me, I'd be privileged to serve.
As county treasurer.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stark, you could run for mayor of Mason City and win without crawling out of bed. All you gotta do is put the word out that Willie Stark can try to take on the politicians, the crooks. Willie Stark can try to warn us. Willie Stark could have saved our kids if we'd just listened. Now, I'm not talking about Willie Stark as mayor of Mason City, no, sir. I'm talking about Willie Stark as the next governor of the great state of Louisiana. Now, you saw a man holding out a handful of cash, and you said no. Now, this is what I see. I see a man in a voting booth looking at a ballot. He's a working man, and he sees 3 names: Harrison, Stark, Harrison, McMurphy, and then Stark. And what this man actually sees is a picture from the newspaper of those 3 little coffins. And the one man, since great Governor Stanton died, that had the guts to fuck the powers that killed him. Now this man, this voting man, he has a pencil and checks a box. And the next morning you wake up governor. That little lady lying next to you, the one that don't favor liquor, well, she wakes up the governor's wife. Now that's what I see. Now why don't you try to see if you can't see it too?
Willie Stark now has Mason County in the palm of his hand. Then one day wakes up and finds himself running for governor.
Friends, what this state needs is a good 5-cent cigar. Seriously, folks, if you will bear patiently with me for just a few moments, I'd like to give you some facts and figures. Now, we need a balanced tax program. Right now, the ratio between income tax and total income, come on around, folks.
Come on. When are you tell the boys back home it's no-go?
What do you mean, no go? They're planning a big barbecue and rally at Upton. Duffy told me so.
Say, you know damn well they'd have to use $10 bills instead of lettuce on the funds to get anybody to go there. Just tell your man Harrison it's no-go.
What put that in your head?
Come on, Sadie, don't lie to Uncle. I don't put everything I know in the papers, but I know Willie isn't in this race because your outfit admires his oratory.
Ain't it awful?
I know it's a frame-up. Everybody knows it but Willie.
All right.
All right, so tell the boys back home to let this poor bastard out of his misery.
I ought to have done it long ago.
When are you going to?
Let them spend their damn money, the fatheads. I wish they would spend a lot more. I wish Willie had had enough sense to make him grease him good to take the beating his in for. You know, even if somebody told him he was a sucker, I wouldn't be left right on running. The sap.
How you think it's going there, Jack?
Fine. I reckon it's going fine.
Yeah, you think so? Full fact.
Why? What's wrong, Willie?
They didn't seem to be paying much attention tonight. I was trying to explain to them my tax program.
Willie, just maybe you're trying to tell them too much. Just tell them you're going to soak the fat boys and forget about all this tax stuff.
God, I'd be a good governor. I would. Hell of a lot better than Harrison and Murphy. I mean, look here, Jack, there's not a decent road in the state once you get into the country. Or in schools. Now look at me. I never had a decent day of school in my life. These things need doing, don't they? Sure. But they won't listen to me, Jack. We need a balanced tax program. Right now, the ratio between income tax and
Yeah,
total
Willie,
income
I've heard this
is-
speech. Look, why don't you just stop trying to break down everybody's brain cells? Nobody gives a damn about any of this stuff. Hell, make them cry. Make them laugh. Make them think you're God Almighty, or make them even mad at you. But stir them up. They will love you for it and come back for more. Really, you've got to pinch them in a soft place. These people are not alive. They have not been alive for 20 years. The men have all lost their teeth, their wives, their shape, and all of them have lost God. So it's up to you to give them something to believe in, just for half an hour. This is what they want. This is what they come for. You can tell them anything, but for sweet Jesus' sake, don't try to improve their minds.
Yeah, I know. Some folks say that. Yeah, you know, a man don't have to be done. Not tonight, I want him. You just lie there at night. So full of walking something. Just plain forgets what it is.
Well, look, the votes aren't all in yet.
God, those bastards, they come out to hear us speaking and they don't listen to you. Not one. You know, I won't be their governor, and they'll deserve what they get.
What gives?
Willie here is just saying how he's not going to be governor.
So you told him.
Told me what?
That you're not going to be governor.
What?
All right, you sap, you've been framed.
Framed?
You are the sacrificial goat, and you're a sap, for you just let him. They didn't pay you to take the rap. Oh, they didn't have to pay a sap like you. Oh, no, because you're so full of yourself. All you wanted was a chance to stand on your hind legs and make a speech.
Okay, why would they do that to me?
Listen, you can get this through your thick head. Joe Harrison wanted you to split the McMurphy vote into sticks. Do you get that, or do you want a picture?
Is that true?
Oh, my God, he wants to know if it's true.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's what they tell me, Willie. Hey, take it easy. You're not used to this stuff.
He ain't used to a lot of things. He ain't used to the idea he's not going to be governor yet. Are you, Willie?
Laid off.
Are you, Willie? Are you?
God, I'll kill him. I will kill him.
Sit down!
I
You're
will kill
not
him.
going to do a damn thing. You're not going to be governor. And you're not going to get paid for not being, and you're not going to kill them or anybody else. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because you're a sap. Triple-plated, spoon-fed, one-gallus sap.
I don't care what kind of games you play. I don't have to stay here and doesn't favor drinking.
Pews.
Well, you didn't invent it. Now look, Duffy wants to come on out to this barbecue.
All right.
Besides, now you get to enjoy a great, big, hot, juicy, high-powered slab of barbecued hog meat. Now, come on, Willie. What are you going out there for? Just some words you said.
No. I'm going to this barbecue.
Okay. The traditional remedy is a little hair of the dog that bit you. Just please go easy. You ain't used to this stuff. Oh, wait. You sure you don't want to finish this?
I'll finish it.
Jack, you delivering to me?
Yes, and I want a receipt.
Hey, what's the matter with him? The bastard, he don't drink. Is he drunk?
No, he never touches the stuff. It's just that he's been on the road to Damascus and he saw a great light. And he's got the blind status.
Seriously, what's the matter with him?
He's reading a good book, Tiny.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the next governor of Louisiana, Willie Stark!
I have a speech here. It's a speech about what this state needs. But you know, there's no use in telling you what you need. You are the state, you know what you need. Look at your papers. Have they got holes in the knees? Listen to your bellies. They have a rumble for increments. Look at your crops. They have a rot in the fields because the roads are so bad that you can't get in the market. That's not true. Look at your kids. Are they growing up as ignorant as you and dirt because they ain't no schools for them? Nah, I ain't gonna agree with this speech. But I'm gonna tell you a story.
What the hell's gotten into it?
It's that hair of the dog, I guess.
It's a funny story. Get ready to laugh. It's about a head. It's about a redneck kid like y'all, if you please.
What do you call me here?
Oh, you heard me. A redneck kid like you. And he grew up like any mother's son on the dirt roads and gully washes of North State Farm. And he knew what it was to get up before sun and get cow dung between his toes. And feed and slop and milk before breakfast so he could set off by sunup to walk 6 miles to a one-room slab-sided schoolhouse. He knew what it was to be a hick. Summer and winter. So he studied law. So maybe he could do something about changing things. But he didn't study this law in any man's school. No, he studied it at night after a hard day's work in the field. I ain't lying to you. Oh, and he didn't start out thinking about all the other hits and how he was going to do wonderful things for them. He started out thinking about number one. But something came to him along the way. How he could not do something for other folks or for himself without the help of other folks. He was going to be all together or none. And it came to him with the powerful force of God's own life on a tragic time back in his own home county when the first brick schoolhouse ever built in this county collapsed because it was built with politics, rotten bricks. And it killed and mangled a dozen poor little scholars. Oh, you know that story. Now, he fought back the politics of building that schoolhouse. But he lost, and it fell, and you know how he tried to stop it. But it started his thinking. You see, things were different now. People were his friends because he fought that rotten brick. And some of those leaders down at the state capitol, see, they saw this hick, and they rode up to his palace place in a big fine automobile and said how they wanted him to run for governor, and that hick swallowed it.
What's he doing?
It's in a soft place with it.
Now, he was just an honest country boy who believed, like we have always believed back there in the hills, that even the plainest, poorest fella can be governor. If his fellow citizens find that he has got the stuff and the character for the job. And these fellows in the blue suits, see, they saw this head and they took it in and said how they wanted him to step up and give them some honest government. But Do you know who they were? They were Joe Harrison's hired hands. And they wanted to get a hit to run to split McMurphy's head vote. Now did I guess this? I did not. For I heard their sweet talk.
How do you know?
How do I know? I know because of that woman right there.
Sister, you are out of a job.
That fine woman was honest enough and decent enough to tell the foul truth which stinks in the nostrils of the Most High. There is the Judas Iscariot, the lick spittle, Tommy Duffy, the nose wiper.
Glad you started
Look at him! Look at him, Joe Harrison's dummy! Let that hog go and you listen to me, you hick. They fooled you just like they fooled me, for that's what they think we're for, to fool. Well, now I'm gonna fool somebody. I'm getting out of this race. Not because my little feelings are hurt. Hell, ain't it? I never felt better in my life, but now I know the truth. What I should have known long back, that whatever Hick wants, he's got to get for himself. Ain't nobody in a blue suit and a big fine car is going to do it for him. Now, when I come back to run for governor again, I'm coming on my own. And I'm coming for blood. I'm getting out now, and I'm resigning in favor of McMurphy. I got everything I've said about him stands, and I'll say it again. But I'm going to stop this thing for him. Me and the other kids are going to kill Joe Harrison so dead, he'll now even run for dog catching. See what McMurphy does. This is his last chance. The time has come. The truth will be told, and I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it from one end of the state to the other if I have to ride the rods or steal me a mule to do it. And no man, Joe Harrison or any other, is going to stop me, for I got me a gospel!
I'm starting the town on the first telephone I had. You stay here, and for God's sake, remember what happens.
All right.
Nab with him when it's over and bring him on back to town. He's a sure thing Duffy won't ask you to ride with him. All right, you nab your sack.
Sack hell. You go on.
Willie kept his word. He stomped the state from McMurphy, and McMurphy won. 4 years later, Willie was a candidate for governor again, but this time without the help of the party machine.
Jack, you know the Chronicle line in this election.
Sure, wants to re-elect Sam McMurphy because of his brilliant record as governor and state.
Yes, it wants to re-elect Sam McMurphy. Look, Willie Stark is from nowhere. No way he can be governor.
I'm sorry, I thought I was writing my column.
Yeah, it's a column I wanted to see you about.
All
Can't
right.
you get some steam into that?
When what you've got to work with is Sam McMurphy, you haven't even got a sow's ear to make a silk purse out of. I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, for your friend Stark.
Well, come on, he's no friend of mine. I haven't seen Willie Stark in 4 years. Personally, I don't care who's governor of this state or how big a son of a bitch he is. And in my column, I try to suppress my burning conviction that Sam McMurphy
You
is
know
one of
the
fanciest
Chronicle
sons-
line. We support McMurphy.
All right.
What do you mean?
I mean, all right.
Wait, look, Jack,
I
I
know
can't have
you've
you
got a
under my
wife and kids and your boys in Princeton.
burden. You're fired.
Oh, no, I just quit.
We used to have a good time, didn't we? You and me and Ann, when we were kids.
Yeah, Adam, we did. Don't you have good times now?
Don't suppose I ever think about it. Too busy.
Really? You're a big shot doctor now. You have good times being a big shot? You're Adam Stanton, the son of Governor Joel Stanton, the grandson of Judge Peyton Stanton, great-grandson of General Morgan Stanton.
This isn't something I ever think about.
You know, you've always had a picture in your head of the way the world was a long time back when everything was run by handsome, high high-minded men in knee breeches and silver buckets. Well, this isn't really like that anymore, is it?
Perhaps not, Jack. But that doesn't alter the fact that you and me and Ann used to have good times when we were kids.
Your brother said you and he and I used to have a good time when we were kids.
It used to be you and Adam with me tagging along.
All at once, it was me and you.
Adam tagging along.
You remember one night when you dove from the 20-foot board? I plunged in too and saw a trail of bubbles and the glimmer of your legs and arms in the dark water. I met you as you began to rise and we put our lips together. I thought we would never surface. We rose so slowly. You loved me then, Anna. You said you'd marry me.
I still love you. It's different now.
Why is it different?
Yeah, so much has happened since then. Getting married isn't like jumping off a cliff. It's having a way to live. We never had a way to live. Not together. What are you doing since you left the paper?
Sleeping. Going to movies I don't really watch. Paying for drinks I forgot I ordered. In other words, not a blessed thing. How about you?
Not a blessed thing.
Well, I hope you're at least doing it in pleasant company.
Not particularly.
Planning to be an old maid?
I quit making plans a long time back.
Well, maybe you'd like to have supper with me sometime.
Anytime you want. You know that. Yeah. I've seen your father.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
Like what?
You know what I mean. Don't you even want to know how your father
I
is?
know exactly how he is. He's down there running that mission with his derelicts, writing those damn fool little leaflets he passes out to you on the street. And his specs are down on the end of his nose, and the dandruff is like a Dakota snowstorm on his black coat collar.
I saw him on the street and he didn't look well. I didn't even recognize him at first.
Did he try to pass you a pamphlet?
Yes. He held out a paper to me and I automatically put my hand out for it. That's when I realized he was staring right in my face.
I haven't seen him in nearly a year.
Jack, you oughtn't to do that. You ought to see him.
Why? What can I say to him? And God knows he hasn't got anything to tell me.
But Jack,
Look here, nobody made him live like that. Nobody made him dump a 6-year-old son and walk out of our house, not even bother to shut the door behind him.
don't talk like that.
I know, your old man was governor once, and he died in a mahogany tester bed, and you think he was Jesus Christ. But I'm not talking about your family, I'm talking about my family, and I can't help but see plain, unvarnished truth.
How do you know it's the truth? You don't know what made them do what they did. Jack, don't be so bitter.
I'm not bitter. I don't give a damn what they did, or do, or why.
Jack, can't you love them a little? Or forgive them? Or just not think about them or something?
I could go for the rest of my life and not think about them. I'm sorry.
You're not. Jack, you're not sorry. Not really.
No, I am sorry.
Oh, you think you're sorry. You aren't really.
Well, if you think that you're sorry, who in the hell can tell you that you're not sorry?
That sounds all right, but it isn't.
Well, can I say this? I'm feeling something inside me which I'm just choosing to call sorry. Well, at least I can go back to sleep now. You know, that Rip Van Winkle story is so wrong. You go to sleep for a real long time, and when you wake up, nothing whatsoever has changed. Sleep as long as you want, it's still the same.
Jack Burton, get down to the Capitol right away.
The boss.
The boss wants to see you.
The who?
The boss. Willie Stark, Governor Stark. Why don't you read the newspaper?
It has been a while.
Well, it's true. Willie Stark is governor at last.
And the boss.
And he says to haul your ass down to his office right away.
Well, congratulations.
I hear the Chronicle fired.
You heard wrong, I quit.
Want a job? $300 a month plus traveling expenses.
$300 a month? Who do I work for? The state?
Oh, hell no.
$100 more than the governor makes. Sounds like you'll be working for me.
All right. I'll be working for you then.
Okay. I'll give this a try. But what am I supposed to do? I mean, for this job.
Hell, I don't know. Something will turn up.
You come into Burton's Landing on that new boulevard by the bay. On down the road is the house of Governor Stanton. It's all locked up and nobody's there. He's in and out and live in town now. And the old man is dead. Further along the road where the open country begins is the house of Judge Irwin. Folks lie back in rooms behind dark green jalousies with nothing but a sheet over them. Jack Burton was born in one of the rooms behind the jalousies, where his mother is lying tonight. Theodore Morell will be lying now in the... It's legal, for she's married to him, but he is a lot younger than she is, the fourth husband she had. The third since Alice Burton left her and her 6-year-old Jack. And every time her husband's changed, so does her furniture.
It was always the same way when I came home and saw my mother. I'd be surprised that it was the way it was, but I knew at the same time that I had known it would be this way. I would come home with a firm conviction that she didn't really care a thing about me. That I was just another man whom she wanted to have around, because she was the kind of woman who had to have men around, had to make them dance to her tune. But as soon as I saw her, I would forget all that. Sometimes I forgot it even before I saw her.
Come over here and sit by me, son. It is going to be such a lovely party tonight at Judge Irwin's son. The Pattons will be there. I have a wonderful surprise for you. Son, you look so tired.
I'm not.
You are. You're tired, son. Are you working hard, son? Oh, it's that man you work for.
What about it?
Nothing. Only you don't have to work for that man Theodore.
I don't want any job that Theodore could get from me.
Don't. Theodore is my husband and your stepfather. Don't
I
talk
don't
like
want to talk about Theodore, and I'm not going to talk about my job. My God, for 3 years now we've been fighting about my working for Willie Stark. You swore you wouldn't bring it up again.
Hush! Hush! Don't let this spoil your mood for tonight's party.
Well, old boy, it's fine to see you. How's the old politician?
He's fine, Theodore, but he's not a politician. I'm a hired hand.
Oh, don't try to kid me. They say you and the governor are as thick as thieves.
Now, Theodore, we promised not to talk about this. And we won't talk about it at tonight's party.
Well, you can't read Dickens all the time. Or duck hunt. Oh, that reminds me, Jack, but will you pardon me? I fixed up that old pea shooter you and I built together.
The last time I saw that thing, we made pellets out of water-soaked dinner rolls.
Then Bill gave Mrs. Patton here a stroke.
Well, when you hit the chandelier.
Oh, and then you spewed lit ice all over your black velvet dress.
Oh, Mr. Burton, they say you're in politics. It must be just fascinating.
No, I'm not in politics. I've just got a job.
Tell me about your job, Mr. Burton.
I'm an office boy, Ms. Dumont.
Oh, they say you're very important, Mr. Burton. They say you're
services we never heard of when we were growing up. The world's changing.
Oh, yeah, it's changed so much, a fella can step in and grab the whole state. Why, you give him a few more years and nothing can last him out. He have half the state on payroll, and the other half be afraid to vote. Blackmail, strong arm, God knows what.
Well, he's a hard man. He's played it hard and close. But there's one principle he's grasped. You don't make omelets without breaking eggs. And precedents. Well, he's broken plenty of eggs and he may make his omelets. But don't forget his Attorney General, Hugh Miller. Now, he's a good man. The Supreme Court has backed him up on every issue raised today.
Yeah, but it's Stark's court since he got Armstrong and Talbot on it. And yes, that issue's been raised. But how about all the issues that haven't been raised? That people are afraid to raise.
Well, there's a great deal of talk, but you don't really know much.
I know he's going to tax this state to death and drive business out of this state, raising royalty rates on the state coal land and on the oil land.
Yes, George, and he slammed an income tax on you and me, too.
Now, the oil situation, as I see it, the situation is...
Theodore, doesn't it really all boil down to this? That the government of this state, quite a long time back, have been doing anything for the folks in it. Was Stark and me to get in there and bust these boys with his bare hands? And we've had to invent so many shortcuts to get something done to make up for the time lost in not getting anything done. I'd just like to submit that for the sake of argument.
Why, son, I didn't realize you felt that way.
Well, no, I didn't realize you were a
I
supporter of
didn't say
it.
I felt that way. I just submitted it for the sake of argument.
Argument? It doesn't matter what kind of government this state had in the past. It never had this kind.
George.
Nobody ever tried to step in and grab the whole state. Nobody
George.
No
It's an
ditching.
interesting argument. That's
Yeah.
what I want. Now, let's just step outside and get some air.
Where's this Ms. Dumont?
Oh, Mr. Orton's sister's child. She'll inherit his money.
Well, somebody ought to wait until she gets the dough and then marry her. And drown her in the bathtub.
Oh. Don't talk that way.
Don't worry, I'd like to drown her, but I don't want her money, all right? I'm not interested in money. If I wanted to, I could reach out any day and knock off 10,000, 20,000.
Oh, son. But Mr. Patton said, those people you're with, son, now don't get mixed up in any graft now.
Graft is what Mr. Patton calls it when the boys who do it don't know which fork to use.
It is the same thing even if you do know which fork to use. Now, son, don't get mixed up in anything.
All I said was I could reach out and knock off 10,000 and not graft information. Information is money. But I'm not interested in money. Neither is Willie.
Willie?
The boss. Boss isn't interested in money.
What's he interested in, then?
He's interested in Willie. And when anybody's interested in himself the way Willie's interested in Willie, that's genius. It's only the half-baked people like Mr. Patton who are interested in money. Even the big boys make a real lot of money, like Henry Ford. He isn't interested in money. He's interested in Henry Ford, and that's genius.
Son, when you talk like that, I don't know what to think. I just do not know. Son, why don't you settle down? Why don't you marry some nice girl?
Look, if you try to rig up anything for me with that Dumont, you really rang the lemons. I don't want to settle down. I don't want to get married. I don't want any other. I don't want any more than I've got. Besides, I don't have to worry about that. You've got enough to leave both Theodore and me pretty well fixed. Not that I want your money.
Son, you know anything I've got is yours. You know that, don't you? Damn it, Jack!
You have no idea why I did that.
I don't care, just so it isn't a habit.
Don't worry, it's nothing personal. It's because your name is not Dumont.
Why, your name is going to be Mud if you don't get in there. Hell is popped. McMurphy's boys in the legislature have started impeachment proceedings on the boss.
Has McMurphy got anything?
Our very own tax auditor has been caught with his hand in the till.
assuming Byron B. White?
The one and only.
Damn well remember, you ain't supposed to get rich. If God Almighty ever intended you to be rich, He'd have done it long back. Look at yourself. Get over here. Now, I'm not going to fire you, Byron, but I don't want you to get the notion that it's because I love you. Now, why I didn't get one of these undated resignations from you at the start, I don't know. Now, Byron, I took one look at you, and I figured you never would try to pull any shines. I was wrong, Byron. Hell, I'm free to confess. 50 years old, and all that time just waiting for your one big chance, saving up like a one nut on his wedding night. But you were wrong, Byron. This was not your chance. And there never will be one. Now get out.
There you go. Thank you.
This way, Byron.
You sure gave yourself a good time.
You know, it's just something in their eyes that makes you do it. Byron, he stands there, and his eyes blink right quick, like a dog, you know. And you get the feeling, if you don't kick him, you won't be doing God's will. I mean, you do it because you're helping Byron fulfill his nature.
Well, we fixed him, we told him, we stopped his clock.
Tiny, get out of here and try to stay out from underfoot. You think you can grasp that?
Boss, what do you keep that lunkhead Tiny around here for?
Somebody's got to be Lieutenant Governor. They all look alike to me. Now, keep Tiny around to remind me that when they come sweet talking, you better not listen to a word they say. You know, those sons of bitches think that they can impeach me because Byron's sitting up on his own.
I don't think they can put that through.
They will try, Jack. The time to stop them is now. Right? I got men out picking up wobblies and sore-heads and getting them back to town. And I'm going to start stumping. Hell, I do 5 speeches a day, and there's the radio.
What do you want me to do?
I told you, Jack. Dig on Judge Irwin.
You're not going to find anything on the judge.
You find it.
The Attorney General, Hugh Miller, would like to see you.
He is not going to like this.
No, he's not. White's guilty as hell. If the subject of guilt and innocence can apply to something called Byron B. White. You're saving his hide, aren't you? No, Hugh, I'm saving something else. You think that gang of Mick Murphy's likes anything we've done? Raising the royalty rate on the state land, the highway program, the income tax, the public health bill.
No, they don't. Or rather, the people behind McMurphy don't like it.
Do you like it?
Yes, I like it. Although I can't say I like some of the stuff behind it.
Hugh, don't you understand? They don't care about Byron. What they care about is undoing what this administration has done. No, Hugh, the time to stop them is now. Now, when you start out to do something, you gotta use what you got. You gotta use people like Byron, a Tiny Duffy like that scum down in the legislature. You can't make bricks without straw, even if it's secondhand straw from the cow pen. And Hugh, if you think you can make it any different, you're crazy as a hoot owl.
I'm submitting my resignation as Attorney General.
What took you so long? You sat in your law office for 15 years, and you watched these sons of bitches warm chairs in this state and not do a thing. The rich got richer, and the poor got poorer. And then I come along, Hugh, and I slip a Louisville slug in your hand. And I whisper low, I say, you want to lay it around you a little bit? And you did, and you had a wonderful time doing it. But you never touched what was behind them. The law ain't made for that.
My mind is made up.
Yeah, I know your mind's made up. That's too bad. Huh? We made quite a team, didn't we? Your brains and my brawn. Hey, no hard feelings. Hey, you don't give up liquor. You might stop by and have a drink with me sometime.
Right, Willie.
Yeah, I won't talk politics.
See you around.
Oh.
You leaving me alone with the sons of bitches. Mine and the other fellas. as soon as I beat this impeachment?
No, I don't know what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna build me the biggest, chromium-platedest, formaldehyde stinkingest free hospital and health center the All-Father ever let live. By God, there'll be a cage of canaries in every room that can sing Italian band opera. And there won't be a nurse that hasn't won a beauty contest in Atlantic City. And every bedpan, 18-karat gold, with a music box attached that plays Turkey in the Straw, or a sextet from Lucia. Take your choice.
That will be swell.
Oh, Jack, you don't believe me, but I want to do this.
No, I believe every word of this.
Hey, you know what? Lucy's figuring on leaving.
Well, I'm damned.
No, it ain't that. It ain't safe.
Well, that would be enough by ordinary standards.
No, Lucy told me if I didn't fire Byron, she was gonna leave.
Lucy, gosh, she's a fool. If she had her way, he'd be in Mason City slopping the hogs right now, and he knows it. He knows what she'd do for him if he listened to her. Huh? She had her chance.
I see. You seem to think Lucy is on the way out.
Lucy? Give him time. He'll ditch her. Son of a bitch.
Well, you ought to know.
What was she like? The tramp in Chicago that we liked so much. The ice skater.
She was just a little tart with fake Swedish hair on her head and skates on her feet and practically nothing on between.
Was she pretty?
How the hell do I know? The condition she earned her living in, you didn't get around to noticing her face.
Was she pretty?
For God's sake, forget it.
Forget it! Ah, this is how it's always been. No matter what you do anything for them, make them what they are, take them out of the gutter, make something of them, and they'll slap you in the face. The first chance. Because you had smallpox. They'll see some naked slut in Chicago, and they'll slap you in the face. Probably always some slut on skates.
If it's all this grief, why not let him go?
Let him go? Let him go? Oh, I swear, I'll kill him first. He can do without Lucy or any of those sluts. He can't do without me.
You just wait. This man can talk like the squirrels out the tree.
They tried to ruin me, but they are ruined. They tried to ruin me because they did not like what I have done. Do you like what I've done? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a hospital. The biggest and the finest that money can buy, and it will belong to you. And any man, woman, or child who is sick or in pain can go in those doors and know that all will be done to heal sickness, to ease pain, free, not as a charity, but as a right. You hear me? It is your right! It is all right! And it is all right that every child shall have a complete education, that no man shall want or beg for bread, that no poor man's land or home shall be taxed, that the great companies that draw wealth from this state shall pay this state of their share, that you shall not be deprived of hope. Yes, I shall do these things, and I shall live in your right and in your will, and if any man tries to stop me, I'll smite him. I will hit him, and I don't care what I hit him with. Oh, hell, I'll hit him with that meat axe. Give me that meat axe!
I keep the electricity off in the wintertime because it's so expensive. Not when
there might have been a time when he stepped over the line.
Jack, why do you want to spoil everything? All of us had our time back then. You want to help that man to spoil it all.
What's there to spoil? It was such a damn fine, beautiful time. Why turn into this time, which is not so damn fine and beautiful? Answer me that one.
Jack, hush.
Come on. This time came out of that time. Look at you. Now you're like an old maid at 35 and creep out here and sit in the middle of a lot of sheet-wrapped furniture in an old dusty house, the electricity cut off. And look at him, tied up in knots and living in that slum.
We've had him out of it. He does something anyway.
Judge Olin down there playing with his toy gun collection. My mother up there with the latest of 4 husbands and the furniture that goes along with them. My father with his derelicts.
Yes, and you.
All right, me.
Yes, you. With that man.
That man. Boy, that's what all the people around here call him. All those people who got pushed out of the trough. Well, at least he does something. He does as much as Adam. More. He's going to build a medical center that's going to take care of the whole state.
I know.
You know, but you take the same snobbish attitude everybody else takes. You like the rest.
I'm snobbish. I'm so snobbish I had lunch with him last week.
For Christ's sake.
All right, for Christ's sake.
My. The daughter of the late Governor Stanton had lunch with Cousin Willie.
I went to see Governor Snog about getting state money for the children's home.
Does Adam know about this? I can imagine what he would say.
I can manage my own affairs.
You don't care what Daddy would have said about it either?
Jack, I'm just getting money for the home. It's a piece of business. It's just business.
Listen, business or not, what about your reputation?
Reputation. I'm old enough to take care of my reputation. You just told me I was nearly senile.
The old maid of 35.
I am. And I haven't done anything. Not anything worth anything. I don't want to play bridge all the time. And what little I do, the home, the playground thing, it's not enough. Why didn't I do something? Study something?
You could have got married. You could have married me.
I just don't mean getting married. I
Look
mean,
at you, Anne. You don't even know what you mean.
yeah. Maybe I don't. I know what's wrong with me tonight. When I come out here sometimes, I'm happy when I come. I truly am.
He's done it again, and I swear.
Done what, Sadie?
He's two-timing me. He's two-timing me. Bastard.
Sadie, we went into this arithmetic a long time back. He's not two-timing you, he's two-timing Lucy. Maybe one-timing you, or three-timing. But it can't be two-timing.
You and your high-tone friends, what do you know about anything?
What are you talking about?
Maybe I did live in a shack, but if it hadn't been for me, he wouldn't be governor this minute, and he knows it. And she better not get any big ideas, for high-toned or not. I'll show her. Oh, by God, I'll show her.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about? You sit there and smile that way you think you're so high-toned. If you were a man, you'd get up and go in there and knock the hell out of him. I thought she was yours.
Are you telling me that she and...
Yeah, she, that Stanton girl. Anne Stanton, the mistress of Willie Stark. Oh.
Well, that fact was too horrible to face. So I went west to a cheap motel in Long Beach, California. West is where we all plan to go someday. West is where you go when you get that letter saying, flee, all is discovered. All the bright days by the water, with the gulls flashing high were Anne Stanton, but I didn't know it. And all the not bright days with the eaves dripping, or the squall driving in from the sea, and with the fire on the hearth were Anne Stanton too. I didn't know that either. Then there came a time when the nights were Anne Stanton. But I knew that. On my trip home, I talked to an old man in New Mexico. The only thing remarkable about him was the fact that when you looked into that leathery face of his, up near the pale blue eye, you would suddenly see this twitch. You would think he was going to win, but he wasn't going to win. This twitch was simply an independent phenomenon. Just a little twitch, living a life all its own.
California ain't just like the rest of the world. Only there's more of it.
Oh, brother, that is a fact.
You've been there.
Yeah, I've been there.
You're going home now.
Yeah, I can go back home now. Out west, I lost what I needed to lose. In a sense, Ann Stanton didn't even exist anymore. Somehow, in that old man's twitch, I discovered the secret source of all strength and endurance. Nobody is responsible for anything or anybody because there is no God, just the great twitch.
Hey, Jack, where the hell you been, boy?
Out west. I got sort of fed up with things around here, so I took me a little trip.
Did you have yourself a good time?
I had a wonderful time. Fine. How you been making out around here?
Fine. Everything's just fine.
Oh, Ann, why did you do it?
He's not like anybody else. Not anybody else I've ever known, and I love him. I love him, I guess. I guess that's the reason. Jack, he wants to marry me.
Are you going to marry him?
Not now. It would hurt him. A divorce would hurt him. Not now.
But you are going to marry him.
Or perhaps later. Next year after he goes to the Senate.
Sin. Funny, you never mentioned this to me. Yeah. I guess you know what you're doing.
You don't know him. You've been with him all these years. You don't know him at all. I'm not sorry. Not for anything that's happened.
I've been around with it too long to know it. Around facing Cousin Willie. Cousin Willie from the country. The boy with the Christmas tie. Him I knew. But I had never really seen this other face. Funny. I've just never seen it before. I'm looking for my father, Ellis Burton. The old man, is he here? Está aquí el viejo.
Oh, sí, señor. Bien, y tal, como el Sanquito.
Well, he may be a saint, but he's also nuts.
Nuts?
Loco.
Oh, here comes the old one now. Buenas tardes, senor.
Buenas tardes, senor. Senorita, senor. Good evening, sir.
Hello, Dad. Don't you know me?
Yes.
You come for the bread, senor.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
What are you going to do with all that stuff? Feed the pigeons?
No. It's for George, one of my unfortunates. He uses it in his work, but he eats some of it, I'm sure, and therefore he is never hungry.
How in God's name is these bread crusts in his work?
Do not take the name of the Lord in vain. His work is very clever and artistic. He sculpts angels from the moistened bread. But come join me down after mission, and you may see his finished work.
No thanks. Doesn't he sculpt anything else? What about Cupid dolls?
No. He makes angels because of what happened.
What happened?
His wife, on account of her, he makes angels. They were in the circus, you see. They were what you call aerialists. He was the man who got hanged, and she did the angel act. She fell down a long way with bright-colored wings that fluttered as if she were blind. One day it all went wrong. he'd have fallen every time he went to sleep. Oh, he's recovered now. But he cannot bear high places. He must always be here, on the ground.
Dad? Father? Father?
What? Oh, nothing. Well, there is something.
Yes.
Can you tell me about your friend, Judge Owen? You know, your old bosom pal?
That was another time.
But you remember.
That time is dead.
Yeah, but you aren't.
The sinful man I was, who reached for vanity and corruption, is dead. So I said now it is out of weakness, not from will. I have put away foulness.
It's just a simple question. Was Judge Owen ever in any sort of trouble?
Why? Why did you want to know?
To tell the truth, I don't, but somebody does, and that somebody pays me the first of the month. It's Governor Stark.
Foulness! Foulness!
This foulness stuff refers to Governor Stark. Did you ever stop to think what a mess your fine church-going friends like Governor Stanton and Judge Irwin left this state in? At least Stark does something, but they sat on their asses.
You speak foulness.
No more foulness than all your kind of talk. Was Owen ever in trouble? Was he?
I will not touch the word of foulness again, that my hand shall not come away with the stink of it on my fingers.
I don't care how fine they are, mine's going to be fine. Oh, hell, I've seen them all. The Mass General in Boston, the Presbyterian in New York, the Philadelphia General. Oh, hell, and mine's going to be a lot bigger. If any poor bugger in the state can go in there and get the best there is, and it won't cost him a dime. Jack, did you give me that article on infant mortality I asked? Come over here. Look at these plans for this thing they call air conditioning.
$6 million? He wants to put $6 million into a hospital? $6 million?
Yeah, $6 million. He ain't planning on you getting your fingers on a penny of it.
And I can get votes for him in the 4th district. Murphy's got it all sewn up down there, him and Gummy Lawson. But if we could throw the hospital contract to Gummy's construction company.
Gummy sell out with Murphy, is that it?
Well, let's just say Gummy talked reason into McMurphy, I might say.
Yeah, you think you can trick me into buying Gummy Lawson? Oh, I'm not going to buy him. I'm going to bust him. Bought too many sons of bitches. I made a mistake not busting you, Tiny. Hell, I figured you'd stay bonds. You're too scared not to.
Now, that's not fair. You know how exposed I'll feel. It ain't never scared.
Yeah. Well, you're damn well better be scared, mister. Now get out of here.
What do you expect? There's $6 million involved. Tiny's just being logical. Obviously, Gummy Lawson's willing to sell out McMurphy if you give him this hospital contract. Come on, Lawson's a confident builder.
I'm building this place, Jack. The best in the world, and a bugger like Tiny is not going to be messing with it. And I'm going to call it the Willie Stark Hospital. Don't you stand there grinning. Can't you understand? The Willie Stark Hospital. Because I want them to know who gave it to me. I'm going to get you the best damn man there is to run it. Jack, you going to get him for me.
Get who, Willie?
Dr. Stanton. Dr. Adam Stanton.
How long have you been having these symptoms? Are you seeing any pink elephants?
Get him.
Boss, Adam is an old pal of mine. I know him like a brother, and I know he hates your guts.
I ain't asking him to love me. I'm asking him to run my hospital. Hell, I'm not asking anybody to love me. Not even you, Jack.
We all love you, boss. You know how all those boys feel.
Get him.
Tomorrow, when you're in possession of your faculties.
It is tomorrow now, Jack. Get Stanton.
Well, Jack, damn glad you came by. Have a seat, boy.
Now listen here, Adam. I'm going to tell you something. Don't you start yelling until I finish. Governor Stark wants you to be director of the new hospital medical center.
But I'm not interested.
That's because you don't know the angles. The boss wants you to write your own ticket.
The boss need not
out of you, Adam. He knows you are the best around, but you don't cash in on it. So obviously you don't want money. You don't want fun, or you would get some. You don't want comfort, or you wouldn't live in this slum. But he knows what you do want, Adam. He knows your secret. You want to do good.
Good? Good, that's a hell of a word to use around where he is.
Is it?
A thing does not grow except in its proper climate. And you know what kind of climate that man creates. Or ought to know.
Good is a good, Al. Is the rose less of a rose because of the dung in which it grows? Is the love song any worse because the guy who wrote it had hard hands?
You are completely irrelevant.
So I'm irrelevant. That's what you used to say when we were kids. Remember those fights? We argued all night. And come to think of it, I always won. And Adam, I'm going to leave you with that thought.
A hell of a thought it is.
Well, you must be Svengali.
I am Svengali.
Man, he sure picked himself a hell of a place to live.
Yeah, well, Adam likes to live in the middle of life.
I reckon I understand. Smell of the cabbage cooking and all.
Governor Stark, this is Dr. Stanton.
See, boy, we ain't as bad as you thought. We ain't gonna try to kill you.
And this is Mr. O'Shea.
So this is one of your hired gunmen I've heard about.
Oh, no. Sugar just carries that for fun. Sugar's my pal.
Won't you gentlemen have seats?
Well, Doc, what do you think of my hospital?
Well, I think it'll do the people of the state some good. And get you some votes.
Yeah, you can forget about the vote side of it, son. There are lots of ways to get votes.
So I understand.
Yeah, it'll do some good. But not much unless you take over.
I won't stand any interference.
Don't worry, boy. I may fire you, but I won't interfere.
If that is a threat, you have wasted your time by coming here. You know my opinions of this administration. They have been no secret, and they will be no secret in future. You understand that?
Oh, I understand, Doc. That when your great-great-grandpappy climbed down out of that tree, he didn't have any more notion of good and bad, or right and wrong than the hoot owl that stayed up there. You see, he climbed down, he started to make good as he went along. He made up what he needed to do business on. See, that's why things change, Doc. Society is never going to stop doing business. Just gonna cook up a new notion of what is right. Now, ain't it?
I'll take the job at the hospital. And the reasons are my own.
Oh, yes, sir. Your reasons are your own. Just don't you worry, Doc. I'm gonna put you in that beautiful hospital and wrap you in cellophane untouched by human hands. Be a good boy, Doc. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Before I go, did you ever hear of Judge Owen being in any hot water?
What do you mean?
No, I was just wondering if he might have had some trouble.
Can't imagine why this would be of interest to you, but yes, he was broke once, but then he got a job at the power company. Come to think of it, I think there was a problem with the fellow he replaced at the power company. I think he killed himself. His sister came by our house once to speak with Father. They argued, and Father had to ask her to leave.
Do you remember her name?
A long time ago, but I remember it was a funny name, like Lilypad or Lilyput.
Mr. Burton, I am a spiritualist, not a gypsy fortune teller.
Well, Miss Littlepart, you are just the person I want to see, because I do need some help from the other side. I want to communicate with your brother, Mortimer L. Littlepart.
The vibrations are bad. I've tried, but the vibrations are bad.
This $100 will do a lot for vibrations. This money is yours if you can get Mortimer on the wire.
What is it you want? Are you from the insurance company?
No, wrong number. But I do know about about Mortimer's insurance policy and the suicide clause.
It wasn't suicide. It was an accident.
Miss Little Paul, he did it. But it was not his fault. Your brother Mortimer was driven to it. He had given years to the power company, then they threw him out to make room for this man. This man, Judge Irwin, drove your brother to his death. Now, isn't that true?
He did. He drove my brother off that balcony. That Irwin man took a bribe, and he got Mortimer's job. Mortimer knew all about what that Irwin man had done, but they said he couldn't prove anything. He even went to Governor Stanton, and he wouldn't listen. The governor said Mortimer couldn't prove anything, and so he would not investigate.
Are you lying?
It's God's truth, and that killed my brother. We went to the hotel, and he wrote the letter to me.
A letter? Your brother wrote you a letter?
All night, just before dawn, he waited all night in that room.
Where is the letter?
I have it.
What the hell's the use as long as I can pull him across? I can still pull him across. What the hell else do you want?
Tom, just listen to me.
No, I can still pull him across, okay? You can big shot around about it. That's what you want, isn't it?
Willie, please stop.
Oh, Tom will be all right.
Well, there's only one right thing. You'll marry her.
Lucy, that girl that Tom is mixed up with is a tramp. I mean, Tom is not her only friend, and we intend to prove it.
What do you mean?
Well, McMurphy's going to use this. He wants me out of the Senate race.
McMurphy! Oh, God! Politics! It's just a little baby. It's not even old yet. It doesn't know about what's happened or about how it came to be or what the girl did or why. Why, Tom?
Tom will be fine. Don't you worry about Tom.
Tom will not be fine, not unless you make him marry her. He's wild, he's selfish, he's idle.
No boy of mine is going to be a sissy now. Is that what you want? Oh, hell, let him have some fun. I never had any fun growing up. Let him have some fun.
I'd rather see him dead at my feet than what your vanity will make of him.
I told you to dig on Judge Irwin. What'd you get?
Really, I'm giving Judge Irwin a break. I promised somebody that if the judge could prove to me it isn't true, I wouldn't spill it.
Who? Who did you promise?
Me. I promised me.
But you know what I want, Jackie, it better stick.
Boss, I'm afraid it will.
Who you working for? Him or me?
Look, why not just give that hospital contract to Gummy Lawson and get McMurphy off your back for good?
Told you, and I told you, and I'm not going to let that bastard muck with my hospital. That's fine, you know, if the judge don't come through, then we'll give the contract to Lawson.
I'm not framing Judge Irwin.
I never asked you to. Hell, Jack, I never asked you to frame anybody. And you know why? It ain't ever necessary. The truth is always sufficient.
You certainly take a high view of human nature.
Yeah, I can't afford to. Tom's got this girl pregnant, and McMurphy's going to use it to blackmail me out of the Senate race. Now, you go scare your friend Judge Irwin into talking some sense into McMurphy.
Hello, Jack. I didn't know you were at the landing. Did you just get in?
Last night.
Damn glad you came by. It's a long time since I've seen you, Jack.
It has been a long time.
Well, don't let it be as long next time. Well, damn it, looking at me forgetting hospitality. Well, you must be as dry as Andy Jackson's powder. Well, a little early in the day gin and tonic, never hurt anybody.
No, thank you.
Oh, come on and have a little one. This is a celebration. I want to celebrate you coming to see me.
No, thanks.
Well, I'm not going to drink by myself. I'll get my stimulation from your conversation. What's on your mind?
Judge, you know who I work for.
I know, Jack, but let's just sit here and forget it. I can't say I approve of Stark. I was almost for him at one time, but some of his methods, Jack. But let's not let it come between us. If I lost my temper that night you brought in here, I apologize from my heart. It has cost me some pain.
You say you don't like Stark's methods. Listen, here's what McMurphy is up to. A little tart over in Duboisville has got knocked up and puts a finger on Tom Stark. It's a frame-up. I know this because McMurphy has offered to fix it up if the boss supports him for the Senate. Is that pretty?
No.
No, it's not. And you can stop it. McMurphy will listen to you. This civil fry is a homemade tart. We can damn well prove it in court. We'll have an entire football squad in there if need be, unless you can bring McMurphy into some sense.
No.
Judge, why the hell not?
This is McMurphy's affair. That's the sort of thing I'm not mixing in.
I've got to run. I'll be back later. Give me your answer then.
Yes, Jack, you come back anytime you like, but I'm giving you my answer now.
I'm asking you, Judge, as a favor to me. Wait to make up your mind.
You talk like I don't know my own mind, Jack. That's about the only thing I've learned after all my days is that I know when I know my own mind.
Judge, please, let me come back later.
It's fine, Jack. You come back and we won't talk politics, huh? Damn politics anyway.
All right, I've asked you. I've practically begged you.
What is it, Jack?
Did you ever hear of a man named Little Paul?
Little Paul?
Mortimer L. Little Paul. Don't you remember him?
No, I don't remember.
Well, do you remember the American Electric Power Company?
Of course, why wouldn't I? I was their counsel for 10 years.
Do you remember how it was you got that job?
Well, let me see. Oh, of course I remember. It was through Mr. Satterfield.
Will you please change your mind about McMurphy?
I told you, Jack.
I got this from Mortimer's sister, Lily Little Paul.
August 3rd, 1915, dear sister. By the time you have read this, I will have taken my life. I have been this afternoon to see Governor Stanton and told him how I have been thrown out of my job like a dog after all these years because that man, Irwin, took a bribe. But the governor would not listen to me and will not investigate. And so therefore, Mortimer L. Littleball. You know, I didn't even remember his name, I swear. Sometimes I don't remember any of this like it didn't happen to me, or maybe to somebody else, but not to me. And then I remember. And when I remember, I say, no, it could not have happened to me. But it did.
Yes, it did.
Yes. But it is difficult for me to believe.
It is for me too, Judge.
Oh, thanks for that much, Jack.
I guess you know the next move.
Well, I guess so. Your employer's trying to put pressure on me. To blackmail me.
Pressure is a prettier word.
I don't care much anymore for pretty words. You live with words a long time, then all at once you are old. And there are the things, and the words don't matter anymore.
Suit yourself. But you get the idea.
Don't you know? Your employer ought to know, since he claims to be a lawyer, that this stuff wouldn't stick in a court of law. Why, it happened almost 25 years ago. Everybody's dead.
You aren't.
It wouldn't stick in court.
But you're not dead. You don't live in a court. You live in the world, and people think you're a certain kind of man. You couldn't bear for them to think otherwise, now could you?
By God, they haven't any right to think it. I've done right. I've done my duty. You're right, I did this too. Does Stark know?
No. I wasn't going to tell him anything until I spoke with you. I had to be sure.
You have a tender sensibility for a blackmailer.
Don't you start calling names. You're trying to protect a blackmailer.
No, Jack. I'm not trying to protect McMurphy. Maybe I'm trying to protect myself.
Well, you know just how to do it then. And I'll never tell Stark.
Maybe you'll never tell him anyway. Oh, no, don't worry, son. I wouldn't hurt you, not for anything in the world, but I could stop you.
By stopping McMurphy.
Oh, a lot easier than that.
How?
I could just tell you something. I could just say to you, but I won't.
You could tell me what?
Forget it.
I've got to run, but I'll be back later. Give me an answer then.
Jack, I just wanted to tell you that I learned what I learned from that letter. That my old friend Governor Stanton impaired his honor to protect me. I don't know whether to be glad or sorry at the fact that the knowledge of his attachment, or the knowledge of the pain it must have cost him. He never told me. That was the pitch of his generosity, wasn't it? Not ever telling me. I just wanted you to know that about the governor, that his failing was a defect of his virtue, the virtue of affection for a friend. I just wanted you to know that about the governor.
All right, Judge.
Goodbye, Jack.
You did. You did. You killed him.
What?
You killed him.
Killed who?
Monty! Your father! Your father? Judge Irwin was your father. And you killed him.
What happened?
He shot himself this afternoon. It was undoubtedly a question of health. His health was failing. The judge was a very active man, a sportsman, and often such men are afraid to face the last few years of limited activity. Yes, I'm sure that was it. Good day, sir.
Doctor, where did he shoot himself? What part of the body, I mean? Not his head.
Straight through the heart. A .38 automatic, a very clean wound.
him to death. Hell, I just told you to scare him.
He wasn't scared. He held his head high. But if you want any more blackmailing done, get somebody else to do it.
Hey, boy, now. You ain't quitting me, are you?
No, I'm not quitting you. I'm quitting certain things.
Creation of man doomed to sin is the awful index of God's omnipotence. God created evil as proof of his glory and power that had to be. Creation of good would be proof of man's glory and power. By God's help. Now his help, in his wisdom.
I wanted Mortimer to be buried in the church. I was a believer then. I still believe in God. But it is different.
I love Ronnie Irwin. I know I was wrong, but I love Ronnie Irwin.
Since these thoughts of God come into my heart, my soul is at peace.
Nothing is lost. Nothing is ever lost. There is always the clue. The canceled check, the smear of lipstick, the footprint in the flower bed, the taint in the bloodstream. And all those dead of the past never lived before our definition gives them life. And out of the shadow, their eyes implore us.
In an instant, I lost both of my fathers. I swapped my good, weak father, Ellis Burden, for my evil, strong one, Judge Irwin, and dug up the truth, and I lost them both. Now I'm left alone with the truth, and I could never ask Dad why.
Mr. Burton, my name is Pettis. I'm the executor of Judge Irwin's estate. Perhaps you didn't know that you are the sole heir. You are the sole heir of the estate of Judge Irwin.
And I could never ask him why.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men rooted for Humpty together again. Woo! Stop, he's our man, he can do it, no one can. Stop, he's our man, he can do it, no one can. Stop, he's our man, he can do it, no one can. Woo!
The pass is completed. It's a time stop.
Yeah!
Stop is downfield to the 40, to the 35, to the
Boom!
It's hit hard, and there's a pile up on the play.
Hit him again, harder, hit him again, harder, hit him again, harder.
Tom Stark is not getting up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all observe a moment of silence for great athlete Tom Stark as he's carried off the field. He's going to be just fine. All right, Tom's going to be just fine, yeah?
You say that. What do the doctors say?
You wanted it this way, Lucy. You said you did. You said you'd rather see him dead at your feet. But he'll fool you. He will. He'll fool you. It's going to be fine. Yeah? Tom's going to be just fine.
Mrs. Stark? He's unconscious and paralyzed. The x-ray shows a fracture and dislocation of the 5th and 6th cervical.
Oh, good. He's got a broken neck.
Yes,
I thought that usually killed him.
usually does, always if the fracture is a little higher.
Does he have a chance, Doctor?
Barnum has examined the patient, and his diagnosis and mind check absolutely. There are 2 lines of action possible. We can put the patient in traction and wait for some resolution, or we can operate. If the spinal cord was not crushed, we may be able to restore some, possibly all function. If the spinal cord is crushed, he will be paralyzed for the rest of his life. You understand? Yeah. This operation is very near the brain. It may be fatal. I myself take full responsibility for advising this operation, but I want you to know that it is radical. It's an outside chance. It's a gambler's chance.
Do it.
Yes. Yes.
We should operate immediately.
Do it.
Sit down, Willie.
Tom's
Sit
gonna be
down.
just fine. He's gonna be just fine, Lucy.
God. God.
He's
Christ.
got to. You know what I'm gonna do? Name the hospital after Tom. It'll be the Tom Stark Hospital. I'm gonna name it after Tom, Lucy.
Oh, God. Oh, those things don't matter. Oh, Willie. God, don't you see? You have somebody's name carved in a piece of stone or given in a paper. Not those things, Willie. He is my baby boy. Things are big boys. Those things. They don't ever matter. Don't you see?
He will live,
Thank God.
but the cord was crushed.
No.
It was crushed. I'm sorry, Governor. It remained paralyzed. You're like a baby. You get infection easily, pneumonia will be likely. It can be fatal in cases like this.
Willie, it's time to go now.
So this guy comes up to me and says, Tony, your hair's getting thin. I said, yeah, but who needs fat hair? Hey, how's dreads? Hey, you seen the boss? Boy, it sure is tragic. Make no mistake about it. Good, clean, square-shoot kid like that, it's no mistake, it's tragic.
You needn't practice on me, Tiny. Just save your fire till he gets here.
Where the hell is he anyway? Went out to the mansion, he wasn't there. They didn't know where the hell he was. I missed him at the hospital. He's not at the hotel either.
You certainly were thorough.
Well, I wanted to let him know how us boys all feel.
Maybe he won't be coming.
Ah, it won't phase the boss. Boss, he'll come. He's tough.
Hey, Sadie.
Jesus Christ.
Boss! Boss, we just want you to know how us bodies feel.
Yes, thank you.
We're all real broke up about it.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Boss, these telegrams, that shows you now. I mean, that shows you how people feel about you.
Get this muck out of here.
Come on, Heather.
Tiny. Jack, I want you in on this. There will be no contract with the loss.
Boss, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't, boss. It's all fixed up.
Well, it's not too late to unfix it.
Boss, you can't go back on your word. I'm Gummy. He's a good guy. You're a square shooter, boss. You can't change
start something.
Start what, Willie?
Make some phone calls this morning, Jack. Going back to Lucy. Things are going to be different around here from now on, Jack.
How will be? I'll kiss you, and I'll slap you in the face. No matter what you do.
Jack, I don't get this. The boss almost loses his only son, and these sons of bitches go for impeachment the very next day. It ain't right.
I told you to save it for the boss, all right? This is the perfect time as far as McMurphy is concerned. Hit the boss at his weakest moment.
Well, where the hell is he?
Maybe he's not coming.
Right. Missed the biggest fight of his life. He will not be impeached without a fight, I can guarantee that.
I just got word. The boss is in the building. I expect he's cashing in a few last things.
Twisted a few last arms. Jesus, it's 2 p.m. We better get down there. They must be ready to call roll.
Mr. Hobbs.
Nay.
Mr. Gibbons.
Nay.
Mr. Mouton.
Yay.
Mr. Delarue.
Nay.
Mr. Backel.
Nay.
The roll has been taken. 22 nays, 17 yeas. The impeachment of Governor Willie Stark failed.
Now there is a line between what is acceptable and what is not. And the governor has stepped over that line to guide this vote. Now I'll call that undue influence. I'll go further, I'll call it coercion.
Mr. McMurphy!
Hey, stop it!
I love you, Willie.
Well, you use every word but the word you mean, sir. Go ahead. Say it out loud. We're all friends here. But I blackmailed nobody to be factual. I merely gave you the opportunity to act in accordance with your own nature. And like all good men, rise above principle.
Out of my way, no comment.
Jack! Beat that clock. There will be no impeachment today. Doc, where you been? Oh, you been out there swimming? Jack! Jack! Oh, it might have been different. You gotta believe that, boy. It might have been different, Jack. It might have been different if this hadn't happened. Oh, God, please don't let me die. I have so much to do. Listen to me. Listen here. And lift your eyes up onto God's blessing. You're a hick, and ain't no one ever helped a hick but a hick himself. So it's up to you to nail these parasites up. Up to you and me and God. Nail up Joe Harrison. Nail up McMurphy. Nail up any bastard that gets between you and the roads, and the bridges, and the schools, and the food you need. You give me the hammer, and I'll do it. I'll nail their hides to the barn door. Nail them all. 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 Nail them all.
She's just here, Mr. President.
Thank you. Hello, Sadie. It's been a long time. I hope you don't mind me coming to see you.
It's all right with me.
How have you been getting on?
Yeah, I'm getting on all right. Why the hell shouldn't I be getting on all right?
That's fine.
I didn't come to this sanitarium because there's anything wrong with me. Maybe because I wanted a rest. That's what I said to that damn doctor. I said, I'm here to get a rest. I don't want you messing around trying to find out if I ever had any dreams about red fire engines. I said, I'm tired of a lot of things, and I'm sick too, Jack Burton.
See, I reckon I know how you feel, and
I don't know a damn thing about how I feel.
just give me a minute. Adam Stanton killed the boss, but he never got that idea by himself. Somebody primed him to do it. Somebody who knew the kind of man Adam was called him up on the phone and told him all about his sister and Willie and how that was the only reason Adam had been made director. Just Willie doing a favor for Ann. And that now he was going to lose that job because he paralyzed the governor's son. And Adam bought every word. This fellow who called him up, you have any notion who it might have been?
I don't have any notion. I don't have to have any, because I know.
Who?
Duffy, Tiny Duffy.
I knew it. It had to be.
If you knew it, what the hell you come messing around me for?
I had to be sure. I had to know, really know. Just one more thing. How do you know it was Tiny Duffy?
Jack, what made you come here? What makes you always messing things?
Just the reporter in me, Sadie. How did you know it was Tiny Duffy?
Damn it, Jack, just leave me alone.
How do you know?
Because.
Because?
Because I told him to. I told him to do it. Stop looking at me. Stop looking at me.
Well, you killed him.
All right, I killed him. He was throwing me over for good. I knew it was for good for that Lucy. After all I'd done, after I made him. I told him I'd fix him. But he just turned that new sick smile of his on me like he's practicing to be Jesus Christ and asked me to understand. Understand. Jesus. Like a flash. I knew I'd kill him.
And you killed Adam, too. You killed Adam.
I killed Willie.
Yeah, you did.
Jack, I'm glad I told you. I knew I had to tell somebody. I may not be noble and high-toned like that Stanton girl, but I'm glad I told.
Thanks.
Thank me, I'm doing myself a favor. Duffy. You know what he did afterwards? After Willie got shot, I didn't feel a thing. Not a thing. And the next morning, Governor Duffy came to me. He was grinning and puffing, and he said,
Girlie, I should have got a hand to you.
I still didn't feel anything. Not even when I looked in his face. And he put his hand around my shoulder. So I patted and rubbed my back and said,
Girlie, you should have stopped his clock. I ain't forgetting you, Girlie. You and me, we might sure get along.
Happened right then. It was like it happened right in front of me instead of up at the Capitol. I slapped him and ran out of the place. 3 days later, I came here. The only place I could come. You know, the world is full of Duffys. Like I've been knowing them all my life. Keep your tail on the dashboard, Jack.
Jack, me and the boys sure miss you around here. I was just saying to myself the other day, as soon as I get settled into harness, I'm gonna find Jack. Yes, sir. You and the boss were tight. Well, it was good enough for the boss. It was good enough for old Tiny. Yes, sir. I said, I gotta get a hold of old Jack. A square shooter. A guy you can trust. His word is his bond.
Are you talking to me, Governor?
Yes, I am, Jack. And I'm making you a proposition. Now, I don't know what arrangements you have with the boss, but you tell me what it was straight, and I'll up at 10%.
I had no complaints about my trip.
Now you're talking like a white man, Jack. No, don't get me wrong. I just want to show you that I appreciate you, so let's make it 20%.
That's not enough.
Well, you're right, Jack. You're right, that's not enough. So how about 25%? All right, you tell me what's enough.
There's not enough. Did you tell me that I'm the fellow whose word is his bond? So if I tell you something, you're going to believe it?
Yeah, Jack.
Well, I'm telling you something. You are the stinkingest louse God ever let live. You want to buy me in because I was thick with the boss and because I know a lot. My name is Jack, and I'm the wild Jack, and I'm not the one-eyed. No sail, Tiny, and it's too damn bad. You know why?
Now look here, you can't.
Because I do know something. I know that you killed the boss.
Now that's a lie, it's a lie.
It's no lie. Sadie told me.
She's in it, she's in it.
Was in it. Not anymore. And she'll tell the world. She's not afraid.
Oh, she better be, because I will kill her.
You aren't going to kill anybody. And this time, there's nobody to do it for you. Luck helped you kill the boss. You gave Luck a little push. And I admire you for it. It opened my eyes. All those years, I never thought you were real. You were just something of the funny pages. You were like that poodle I heard about. You ever hear that one? There was a drunk, had a poodle, and they took him everywhere with him from bar to bar. And you know why? It wasn't devotion. He took that poodle everywhere just so he could spit on it and not get the floor dirty. You were the boss's poodle, and you liked it. Or so I thought. I was wrong, wasn't I, Tiny? Somewhere down in you, you resented being spit on, even for money. And Tiny, now that I know you're reading, I almost feel sorry for you. Your heart getting bad and a mean worry on your mind and a blackness like water in that cellar inside you. And I almost feel sorry for you.
Don't you Eagle Scout me, Jack Burton. From where I stand, you and me, we're cut from the same piece of cloth. Not a lick of difference. You and I, we worked for the same man at the same time. It was business, Jack. It was always business. That's why I made that phone call. And that's why you paid the visit to the judge. You and me, we're twins. A couple of sideshow twins, Jack. And don't you ever forget that. Let's all ask, boys.
How you doing, Jack?
I'm making out. How you making out, sugar boy?
All right. I could have had a job with Tiny.
Listen, you know who killed the boss?
Yeah. Adam Stanton, son of a bitch. And I shot him.
Yeah, you shot at him.
I shot him.
You sure did. But suppose you don't know it all. Suppose there was somebody behind Stanton. Somebody who framed him to do it. Suppose I just put my hand on his shoulder and told you who it was. What would you do?
I killed the son of a bitch. Who? You know something you ain't telling me. Tell me now.
Adam Stanton killed the boss. Nobody else. I was just kidding.
I would have done it.
I know.
You oughtn't have done me that way.
I'm sorry.
You know how I feel, and you oughtn't have done me like that.
I know how you feel and I'm sorry. I really am.
There wasn't nobody like the boss, and they killed him. I had to go out and kill him. He could talk so good. Couldn't nobody talk like him. When he made a speech, everybody yelled. Almost made you feel like something was gonna burst inside you.
No, couldn't he talk? He was a great talker.
He was my pal. Well, I reckon I'd best be getting on.
Hey. Good luck.
Well, hello, Jack. Sure is nice of you to drive all the way out here. I appreciate your coming. You knew that Tom was dead.
Yes, I surely did.
It was pneumonia. He died very quickly. It was just 3 days. You know,
that Willie Stark was a great man, I could feel better about all people. And certainly better about myself.
Theodore's been away for 5 days. He won't come back till I've gone. You see, I'm leaving him.
Well, I'm damned.
Are you surprised? I thought maybe you wouldn't be. I thought maybe you'd understand why, Jack. I knew when it happened. I knew it'd be like this.
When what happened?
When Monty died. Oh, Jack. It was always Monty. Hadn't been anything between us for the whole time, but it was always Monty. I didn't want to know it, but I knew it. It just came a time I could not go on. Jack, there's something I want to tell you. I'm letting Theodore have the house. You see, it really isn't Theodore's fault, and you know how crazy he is about the place. Living on the road and all that. And I thought maybe you wouldn't want it. You see, I thought you'd have Monty's place, and if you ever lived at the land, and you prefer that because
he was my father.
Yeah. Because he was your father.
This is your house and your money. I've always told you this.
There won't be too much money to worry about. You know what the last 6 or 7 years have been like.
You are broke. Look here, because if you're
No,
broke,
no. I'll have enough to get on with if I'm terrible. At first I thought I might go to Europe.
you stay out of Europe. All hell's gonna break loose over
I'm
there.
not going. I'm going to go someplace cheap. I don't know where.
Just don't worry about me in this place. I'll never set foot in it again.
I'll never set foot in it. I married Ellis Burton, and he was a good man, but I ought to stay where I was. I'll never come. Jack, there's something I've got to ask you before I go. When it happened, when you went to see Monty, is there something I don't know?
No. You mean, had he got into trouble or something and had to... No. He wasn't in any jam, if that's what you mean. We had a little argument about politics. Nothing serious. He talked about his health. About not feeling very well. That was it. Then he said goodbye to me. I can see now that he meant it. That was all.
Is that the truth?
I swear to God it is. Well, goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye, son. Write to me. Write to me, son. Y'all have that left now.
You let me know how you get on.
Yes. Yes.
I had given my mother a present, which was the lie about Judge Irwin. But in return, she had given me a present too, which was the truth about herself. That she could love, and did love. My new picture of the world was given me by so many people. By Sadie Burton, by Lucy Stark, by Sugar Boy, by the fathers I lost and gained, and by my friends Adam Stanton and Willie Stark, whom I knew in life and in death. In my new picture of the world, there's no room for the lesson of the great twitch, for we are responsible for ourselves, and others are doomed only by our will. When Willie lay dying and said to me, "It might have all been different, Jack," I heard him, and I believed him. Now, I, Jack Burton, live in my father's house. With me is my wife, Ann Stanton, and the old man who was once married to my mother. What little money came to me from my father's estate, I thought should go towards making amends for my father's crime. But Lily Littlepaw needs nothing from this world. She's passed away. So I'm using the money to live on while I finish writing this story. The story of those still living, and those now dead, who out of the shadows implore us to know that all of our times are but one time. Now, without the past, there can be no future. Now, this is what all us historians believe. And while history is blind, man is not. And from that, I'll make my truth.